All right, the hour continues to roll along from a converted bakery, which is now Coldplay headquarters, and Jonny's here. Nice to see you, man. How are you?
Nice to see you again.
You too. Bakery? Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the last time you guys had a collective home was at your dorm room, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, no, my bedroom
a
flat. Yeah, it was not quite as nice, and not very much room. But we were lucky really because we had neighbours below and above, and they were fine with us playing the drums in there.
Is it important for the psyche of a band to have a place to go to?
It's the best thing we ever did. I can't believe
Really?
it took us so long.
Imagine it's a way for you guys to kind of reconnect with each other.
Yeah, it's a place to hang out. It's like a youth club. Or slightly old, mate. Slightly old club.
The process of making this record was hearing a lot about there was a conscious decision to kind of move away from what would be a traditional Coldplay sound.
Yeah, we kind of thought we'd done some tricks, and that there was a danger of us kind of overusing them, and it would be a bit too comfortable to try and make another Coldplay sounding record.
What's a Coldplay trick?
It's too boring.
But is it like, do one of those things with the piano, do that thing that we do?
Or do that thing with the guitar,
Yeah.
And you find yourself sometimes doing it, and you think, oh God, I've done that twice before, and this is really boring.
Is there an element of fearlessness that needs to exist within a band today?
Yeah, I think so. Because I think, the records that we all love the most are generally, very brave records, and it's new and it's different and it's exciting, and, maybe, you worry that people aren't going to like it when they hear it, but I think that boldness will come across, and it's for that reason people will like it, so you've got to be brave.
What is your relationship like with your biggest hits? Some bands are tired of playing the big hits, some bands want to run from it, and others just, I'm into it, this is who I am.
It depends, yeah. I don't think we've really had any big hits.
Well, in North America, you've had a lot of it, Is there a song that people love that you just go, fuck, I want to do this one again?
Not really. I think in terms of our really big ones, I'm grateful to them all.
When you guys got off the last tour, how much time had you spent together before you came in here? Were the relationships as solid as they could have been?
Yeah, for the most part, they were pretty good. I think they're better now. Mm-hmm. I mean, after a long tour, you go your separate ways for a few weeks. We'd been touring for almost 2 years, and we hadn't had a break after we'd recorded X and Y, and so, we'd been in each other's pockets for three and a half years, really. So we needed a few weeks apart.
How different is it for you being in this band as grown men, as opposed to being in this band as boys?
Drink less lager.
Is that really less? I would imagine more to get through the long tours.
No, you get a beer gut now.
Is it? So it's less beer, but do you approach each other differently?
Yeah, I think we were a lot nicer to each other, actually. A lot more tolerant.
How does the presence of all the kids play a role?
Well, I mean, in our lives, hugely.
Yeah.
In our band's life, I think in a way to make us a bit kinder on each other.
Yeah. Talk about the personalities in the band. If you look at everybody in the band, are there archetypes? What's Chris like?
It's quite a hard question to sum up in one word. Chris is obviously the one that has the biggest spotlight, and so he's the one that kind of he takes most of the flack, I think. So he's more sort of up and down, I think, emotionally than the others. And Will's the sensible one, and he likes to kind of think things through. And I don't know, it's so hard being inside this bubble to kind of to see what goes on. The relationships we have to each other are very complicated, and it's sometimes quite difficult to see.
I think sometimes you hit barriers that you kind of have to get through. It's like a weird marriage.
But with 4 people.
Yeah, and no sex.
And no sex. Well, maybe that's the problem.
Yeah.